Hey guys, my name is Amanda. Welcome to my channel. I am so happy to have you here today. If you are new to my channel, like what you see, but haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing so. Also, giving me a big thumbs up really helps me out here on YouTube and lets them know that you like the type of content I create. Here is a brief preview of some of the things that we are going to be making in today's video. A farmhouse style, quick, easy, and on a budget, using mostly Dollar Tree items. Let's jump right into it. So here is an idea for a quick and easy door hanger or a wall decor, this farm fresh wood round. Here's what it looks like. It was so fun to make. I began with a Dollar Tree wood round, but you can buy a package of wood rounds from Hobby Lobby for a deal. And I also have some wallpaper from Dollar Tree and that little cow on a stand. So I'm going to take my wallpaper and cut it into two pieces to easier work with it. Now I have painted my wood round with Waverly Plaster Chalk Paint, but you can paint or stain any color that you like. I think stain would be pretty too. And I'm just going to apply the two pieces of wallpaper to the top and bottom and then trim around it. Of course, you can trace it out and then attach it, whatever you like, but this works for me. I like to just attach it and trim it out. Then I'm going to take my cow from Dollar Tree. I remove its little base and just trim the little feet. You could sand those if you needed to so nobody gets a little cow foot splinter. And then I'm just using hot glue to attach this to the middle of my round. Now with some Waverly Antique Wax, I'm going to lightly go around the sides where the plaster is showing. But if you stained the middle, you could just use some plaster distressing. Now I'm going to go over the middle with distressing as well with this Waverly Antique Wax. And then I'm just going to take the brush that I used to do the plaster painting. So it has a tiny bit of that plaster paint on there. And I'm just going to go over my cow. So lots of distressing. If that is not for you, just don't do it. Then I grabbed a Farm Fresh wooden word that came in a package from Dollar Tree last fall. There was all kinds of words, but I chose this one. I painted it with Waverly plaster and added some distressing. And then I'm going to begin with my bow. I'm really low on Farmhouse ribbons, so I just took this burlap that I had in my stash, folded it over so I have one nice simple loop on either side, and then I'm just going to tie it tightly in the middle with some twine, but you could use a zip tie or a pipe cleaner, whatever you like best. And then I had just a tiny bit of this buffalo check ribbon, so I'm just making one loop on either side. I would have preferred to be able to make two loops on either side or even three for a fluffier bow, but hey, sometimes you have to work with what you have. So I attached that right on top of this burlap bow, and here's what this looks like. I just fluffed it out and arranged it how I wanted it, and it's ready to attach. So I used some hot glue to attach it right there on top of my wood rounds, and it actually sticks really well to this wallpaper. But if you wanted to use super glue or you felt that E6000 was necessary, totally fine. Now I have some lamb's ear from Hobby Lobby. You get two stems together, so I just took each stem and I cut a little off the bottom to make it the right length to go under either side of my bow. I attached with hot glue. I took the couple of leaves that I had removed from the bottom of the stems and just tucked them here and there where I thought they needed to be to kind of fill these sides out. And this was so quick, so easy. It's a very customizable, but I think it is super cute. Dollar Tree also carries a couple other different farmhouse animals on those little signs. If you do not prefer to have a cow on there, you could do a pig, or I think it is a rooster or a chicken, something like that. But it's so cute, so customizable. Again, I think I said that, but here it is, you guys. Okay, let's talk about today's challenge. Farmhouse Decor DIYs. It is hosted by me and my friend Chantel and also my friend Brenda. They are from Crafty Hints and Rustic and Lace DIY. I love these ladies. Every month on the 1st, we take turns hosting a super fun challenge. So definitely check their channels out. They will be linked below. And I will also have the playlist for today's challenge linked below. So you can get so much fun farmhouse decor inspiration. Okay, here is another idea. This one is equally easy to make, and using Dollar Tree items, it can be a sitter or a hanger, whatever you prefer. So I am going to use this family word from Dollar Tree. It's MDF, and it is like 3D, like it will stand out from your sign, but I like that. This Dollar Tree wood sign, I have some plaster chalk paint and some Waverly celery chalk paint. I painted my sign with the Waverly plaster, and then I'm just using some painter's tape that you can also get from Dollar Tree, and I'm putting 3 strips on one side. I'm removing my middle strip so I have a nice line, which I can paint with this Waverly celery chalk paint, but you guys, you can do any color that suits your fancy. Now I'm going to take the family word, which I have also painted with the celery chalk paint, so just paint it with whatever color you choose to use, and I'm attaching that with some hot glue. It worked just fine, but of course E6000 super glue, you do you. If you think it's going to get in a heated area, you might want to do that. Now I'm just taking my little brush with some Waverly Antique Wax, and I'm going over my family word, and I'm also going over the middle and edges of my sign to give it a distressed look. Again, if you don't like the distressed look, don't do that. Now I'm just taking some more greenery that I purchased from Walmart. I cut it into 2 pieces and kind of swagged it with one piece going upward and one piece going downward. I made another bow with this burlap that I had in my stash and attached it between my 2 pieces of greenery. Again, I may have preferred to use a different type of bow, but this is what I had on hand, and you don't even have to add a bow at all if you don't want to. I made a smaller bow with some crochet lace from Dollar Tree and just attached that in the middle and made sure that my ends were nice and slanted for a boutique finish. Here's what this looks like. It's literally so fast and easy to make, but I think it is cute as a sitter or a wall hanger. It could even be a door hanger if you preferred. And again, it's customizable to your colors, to your floral or greenery choices. Okay, let's jump into the next DIY. This one is so quick. Don't blink because you might miss it. We are going to start with a Dollar Tree wood piece, an oval shape, and we're going to start with 4 beads that I took off the Dollar Tree garland. I am simply going to choose what side of my wood piece that I want to be the bottom and glue these 4 beads onto it using hot glue, but you can use any adhesive that you like, and then I'm going to give the whole thing a good coat of my Waverly Plaster chalk paint. I will then come back with my handy painter's tape. Starting in the middle, I am just going to apply rows of the tape. Once I get all my rows down, I will then start removing every other strip of tape so I have nice stripes, kind of like we did in the last DIY, except we only did 1 stripe on that one. So here we go. We're going to have 3 stripes here, which I'm going to paint with that Waverly celery chalk paint, but of course use any type of paint that you like. I just really love this color, and I think it is a very farmhouse and perfect for spring and summer. Once that is done, you'll want to remove your painter's tape. I like to remove it while my paint is still damp. So here is what that looks like. Not perfect, but pretty cute. And if you want a more muted look, you could sand over it. Now I'm going to come in with some Dollar Tree eucalyptus rub-on transfers. I'm going to cut out each piece of greenery and place it down where I want it before I begin rubbing them all on and just removing that little piece that you remove after they're rubbed on. Hopefully that makes sense. Here's what this looks like. The cutest little riser in the farmhouse style, and I absolutely love it. Okay, let's jump into another idea. This one is super fun and also using Dollar Tree items. So I had this little Dollar Tree windmill thing, kind of. I don't know exactly what it's supposed to be, but I also had some Dollar Tree wood panels and 2 of these Dollar Tree wood sign pieces. I'm going to remove the hangers from the top, place them side by side, and then take 3. I only showed 2, but I did use 3 of those Dollar Tree wood panels that come 6 to a pack. If you don't have these, you can use popsicle sticks. I just like to have these when I have them on hand. So I did put one in the middle later, so I will have 3 on the back. I flip it over and give it a good coat of my Waverly plaster. Now I'm going to take this tea towel that I purchased from Dollar Tree. They were so pretty and came, I think, 2 to a pack, but I got it. It was in plastic wrap and just looked really high end. I think it was from like a closeout store. I don't know. But anyway, I cut the bottom off where the design was, and I believe one towel comes with a design and one does not. It's just that plain stripe, but I think it's so pretty. So I take this strip, and I did make a hem at the top because my cutting wasn't straight. But anyway, I just glued on the bottom there like you saw me do, tucking it onto the back side, and then I come around with either one of the sides and just pull them tightly to attach them to the back with some hot glue. I just make sure that that is nicely and tightly pulled, and I make sure that my bottoms are folded over and attached with that hot glue. So I have this really nice, handy, tight pocket at the bottom. And now I'm going to take this little windmill and I'm going to use my snippers to detach it. I actually had to get someone with a little stronger hands to help me, but this is the piece that I wanted, so I just cut this piece off and I glued it down to the top middle of my sign. Now there is a little circular piece that popped off, and I just used hot glue to attach that down, but you could use an E6000 or a super glue if you wanted to. Hot glue actually worked fine. I wasn't sure, but it did. Now I have this eucalyptus that I actually purchased from Temu, but you can find similar eucalyptus at Walmart or any craft store. I just cut each piece down individually so I'd have a little more control over how I arranged them, and I just shoved them in my pocket, making sure that a couple of the ones on the ends were kind of fanning outward. After this, I decided I needed a little distressing, so I used a small brush and some Waverly Antique wax. You could totally do this before you add the greenery. And I also went kind of around that windmill and even on top of it, just adding in a little bit of that antique wax just to kind of shabby it up a little bit, dirty it up a little bit, and make it match in with the design on that towel. But again, this is totally optional and you can use any type of towel or fabric that you have on hand. I wanted to add another little touch to this, so I came in with some Dollar Tree crochet lace. I cut a strip and glued it right on top of where that pocket is, just to add a little something something. And then I took another strip of this lace and tied a little kind of shoelace bow, and then I'm just going to attach that to the top corner of the pocket with some hot glue. And here is what this looks like. I think it is so adorable and so customizable, and you can prop it up or you can add a little hanger to the back with some twine and hot glue, and then it is super versatile in how you use it. So I love making these farmhouse DIYs, and I really hope that you enjoy it. Let me know if you want to see some more from me. Let's jump into the next one. So I am going to be showing you how I made this gorgeous window frame with a ledge that you can put decorations on, and I'm going to show you how to decorate it a couple of different ways. But first, let's get right into how I made the frame. I have these 2 wooden wall shelves from Dollar Tree, and I have 4 of these wood frames with tin boards. I am going to be taking the tin board out, but you could use it for another project. I began by removing the rope from my 2 wall shelves, flipping them over, and I'm going to be applying a generous amount of hot glue to one and placing the other one on top with a pretty side up. Now, you could use any type of adhesive that you like, but hot glue worked okay. Then I took some Dollar Tree spackle and filled in these holes that are going to be visible on the top. I also filled in the side where these 2 connect, just to clean it up and make it look a little bit more high-end. Now I'm going to take these picture frames apart by removing the contents on the inside. I will then discard the tin piece and save the backing. Now I'm going to go ahead and start gluing 2 of my frames together. I have them flipped over and I'm just using some Dollar Tree large craft sticks to glue them together, and then I'll add the other two and continue to secure them with hot glue and craft sticks. This is what it will look like when you're done. Now to the bottom, I'm going to apply a generous amount of hot glue, and I'm going to flip my little edge over and just push it right onto that hot glue. Then I'll flip the whole thing over and secure where the ledge and the frame meet with some more popsicle or craft sticks. Again, use any type of adhesive that you like. Now I'm going to be using Waverly Antique Wax to stain my ledge and also go over my window frame so it's all cohesive. I go over the back as well to cover those popsicle sticks. And now I'm just showing you some different ideas that you could cover the inserts of your window frame with. I show you what it looks like with this a little bit later on, but for now we're going to go with this beautiful wallpaper from Dollar Tree. I'm going to cut 4 pieces to size, and I'm just going to peel the backing off and place them on those frame inserts, smoothing them down carefully, and then I'm just going to pop the inserts back into the frames. This is really easy to do, and I absolutely love how customizable it is. This is what it looks like. Now we're going to create a wreath for this. I have the bottom of a Dollar Tree, a trash can that I was not using, and a beautiful garland from Dollar Tree. So I'm going to take the bottom of the trash can and I'm going to remove the extra wire on the side and also in the middle. You can kind of see there where the wire is thicker and then gets down to one layer. I'm just going to remove that one layer with my wire cutters, and I'm going to use this as my wreath form. You could use anything that is the right size, but this was just perfect and I had it on hand and did not want to trash it. So now I'm just pulling all the greenery off this Dollar Tree garland, but you could use any greenery that you like. This is so customizable. You can go ahead and tuck those little stems down into the holes of your makeshift wreath form and use tiny dabs of hot glue. I'm just going to go around this circle, just layering until I get the fullness that I like. And one garland worked really well for me to give me a cute, full, and fluffy wreath. Now you can see some of that wire through it, but I honestly thought it was kind of cute. I kind of liked the look that it gave, and it did not bother me. If it bothers you, you could fill this out a little bit more. Here's what it looks like, and I'm going to attach it to my little window with a piece of twine. I'm just going to knot the twine and glue it to the back. Now I did use my Cricut to print out an H, an M, and an E, but you would use Dollar Tree stickers or freehand. This is just one idea of what it could look like, but you could really have it say any 4-letter word that you like, or you could even make this to have 6 panes or 8. You could go big. You could do whatever you like. So here is another idea. If you take some of this beautiful Dollar Tree vinyl and you can put that on your little frame inserts and then add any wreath you like. I'm using a boxwood wreath that I made in a previous video, but I think it will look gorgeous with a Christmas wreath on it or a fall wreath. The sky is the limit. This is so customizable. So that is it for my video. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate you. Please remember to subscribe if you haven't. Hit that thumbs up button if you like today's content. Also, check out my friends that will be linked below in our playlist that will be linked below as well. Take care, friends. I will see you soon.
You can subscribe to my mom's channel. And thank you for watching today's craft and stay safe.